Why? Oh no, new voices! Dang, clapping in the mod chat? Wow, what an anime reaction. And that's where the hole in the wall came from. Hell yeah, brother. I have no strings to hold me back. Okay, so when I recorded that reaction to the Homestuck animated pilot, I may have screwed up a whole lot of my system settings. Hi everyone, this is Jen, and welcome back to more, yes, Homestuck Beyond Canon. Here today for the first of the October updates. It has been 2 years? About 2 years since Homestuck came back? At least Beyond Canon anyway. It's only been a couple of months, like about a month or two for like the actual Homestuck comic getting re-released, but man. And supposedly the trolls just got revealed, I believe. I believe that's what I heard, that the trolls got revealed. So all the new gens are getting, are experiencing Vriska, I think, for the first time. So, at least that's what my understanding is. Again, I don't hop on Discord. But man, I'm hoping that we do not have so many dang updates in 1 month. I am exhausted, dude. I got so exhausted. Oh my gosh. But I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. And we actually do have some news, but of course, because I saw who is hosting it, it's Miles. So all of that's being saved to the end. We're gonna go through the update first, and then we're gonna get to the news. So last time we left off with our dear friend, I think it was TC? I don't remember, but we got to see his like long luxurious hair, the fact that he has a ponytail, both kinds of ponytails actually, aha, and some horse ears, and his house, well, it seems to really, is he compensating for something? That'd be terrifying. He's created by Dirk, so... Okay, so he's very busy, so we can't be him. So, meanwhile, we're like, ah, shucks, then who the heck can I be? Someone's watching. It's another one of these, like, 4-panel screens again. Very Homestucky. Looks like this is, let's see. We're locked for him. We're locked for Lilac. And it looks like all these little smaller screens ain't really a thing right now. But hey, we get symbols. We get more symbols. Who is the, like, as above, so below symbol? That's not what that symbol literally is. But I'm just saying, what is that? The up and down one. Interesting. We know that this is the symbol of that one troll. Not troll. The symbol of, Augur. That's Augur's symbol. And I know this is like the mysterious one that I was like, who are you, mysterious orb man? Tell me your secrets. But we also got a really human-looking hand here with blue nail polish who's in control of this station. Oh, we just clicked on that. Oh, we do get a satyr for the first look. Oh my gosh. Who has all, okay, so satyrs can have horns. Interesting. You can be this guy. Remember this guy from the group chat? Okay, so wait, no, the gray text. Oh gosh, hold on. I have my notebook. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's AT, Agamemnon's theory. And I was correct. Satyr. So let's go. Be this fellow then. Hey, you've chosen well. You couldn't hope to have been able to be a fellow better than this. What's this fellow's name? Wow. What am I looking at? What is that scary, scary bust in the background? He's got little horsey hooves. Now, is that a tail or a Pokeball? He's got bees outside his window. Bees! And what's up with the rod thing here? Oh, that's right. I still have my mouse showing. I hope that wasn't in the way. Awkward. Let's quickly fix that before I forget. Okay, we're good. No more mouse. Your name is Swiss Elise. Swiss Elise, huh? And you're not just some fellow. You're a satyr, a shining scion of a proud warrior race. And you're facing the wrong way. Your full government official moniker is Swiss Elise, ward of the 8th Region, the 1st District. Cohort Captain of Honeyfall, Gymnasico's class of 4005. But that's pretty long, so just Swiss is fine. For now, until you get your manthronym. Manthronym? Okay, we're getting a lot of stuff thrown at us. Cool beans. Okay. Swiss, turn around. Yeah, that's turning around. He has a yoga ball chair. And his computer is a carrot. Oh gosh, that's nice. He's definitely got a lot of Dirk's taste because freaking swords are everywhere. I don't know where the ivy's coming from because it seems to be going over a wall. So that's not a ceiling. We don't see a ceiling in this isometric drawing that we've got here. Anyway, what else do we got? More of the creepy statues that I don't like. And is that an engine just sitting on a table there? Why? Anyway, you'll turn around when you dang well feel like it. You're busy practicing your winning smile. It takes incomprehensible precision to tilt one's mouth just so. There's no denying what a chill, easygoing guy you are. Just look at those aristocratic shades. Perfection. As previously mentioned, you're a member of the trimorphic species of equine muscle men known as satyrs, or monocorn to be exact. Trimorphic species. Okay. You are nearly 8 lunar laps old, a measurement of time that, if one was forced to compare it to some other hypothetical and certainly inferior chronological standard, would equate to 16 Earth years old. Okay, so lunar laps times 2 real, like, Earth years. Not that you know what the F an Earth year is, nor do you care to know. They sound almost as stupid and unwieldy as title turns. You have a variety of interests carefully cultivated over the lapse to ensure your development into an unimpeachably fine young man. First and foremost amongst these interests is the acquisition and subsequent wielding of power. You are a natural politrician. It's like if a politician was a patrician. Patrician? One of the many benefits of your savvy maneuvering is your coveted role as cohort captain of the illustrious Honeyfall Gymnasico's 4005th cohort. You are also interested in the acquisition and subsequent wielding of blades. The blade is, after all, a kingly weapon. Not that satyrs had kings in a very, very long time, but still. If it did... Oop, it's not going down the screen enough. Dang it, son. Okay. Let's make sure this stays on screen. I'm really am sorry. A lot of this got screwed up. Anyway. Let's blah, 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 blah. If it didn't fly in the face of your entire society's metrocratic democracy, you might even consider reluctantly carrying the burden of monocratic rule. Though, of course, you never would. You'll gladly settle for the esteemed position of Grand Prancelator. and take your rightful place at the head of the Senate when your time comes. After all, that kind of power is best shared with friends. Speaking of friends, you have a small but dear inner circle of them who have been completely ignoring you for the past few hours. You have been using a complex and mystically enhanced chat client called Hazer to try and get in touch with them, but to no avail. Your Haze tag is Agamemnon's theory, and you speak definitively to emphasize your authority. Sword. Swiss, answer the door. Absolutely not. He's got chin-ups. What's with the friendship bracelet? You're not gonna do that. It's almost certainly the cohort council come to harass you for skipping today's meeting. Normally, of course, you'd never dream of missing a chance to flex your administrative agency, but you were told today was going to be an imperative opportunity to further strengthen the ties between you and your closest brethren. One more loop in the magnificent triple knot of your fates. It's been kind of angering you that they haven't responded yet. You better look at some of your cool stuff to calm down. You don't feel like doing any more calisthenics. Swiss, examine poster. Ah, yes. Da Vinci. It's a wall scroll, actually. This is the Stratuvian Alkirin. Yes, Vitruvian man. Vitruvian, Satruvian. Which portrays a figure demonstrating such of the morphotypical traits of your species. Monocorns, the morphotype you belong to, are horned and possess limited telekinetic abilities. He has Twilight Sparkle. Anyway, the raw force most monocorns can produce with their telekinesis is a far cry from the quite prodigious strength of even the most average satyr, but the enhanced spatial awareness it provides is an excellent boon to feats of physical precision, such as swordplay or table stickball. Pegatulps, oh my gosh, get your tulpas. Anyway, are winged and can use those wings to, you guessed it, fly. They're known for their excellent endurance and also for flying. With their wings, pretty simple really. Stallions are visually the least remarkable morphotype, but what they lack in aesthetic distinction they make up for in biochemical flexibility. All satyrs possess an endocrine system, a series of 6 organs running up the spine and central nervous system that work together to produce powerful hormones such as chilatonin, abhortisol, adrenaline. Adrenaline is just the same. And more, but stallions are able to exercise a level of conscious control over their system. And Alkirin is the synthesis of all 3 morphotypes, heavenly warriors spoken of in your species' earliest cultural legends. To be clear, there is no historical evidence of the existence of Alkirins. They are as mythical as horses, and anyone who believes in him is kind of a sucker. But you do suppose they make a very potent symbol for satyr kind as a whole. Swiss examined the bust. Yeah, basically, Dirk was like, My Little Pony, but for reals. Oh my gosh. He's like, Earth ponies are cool too, guys, don't get me wrong, okay? Caught your eye, has it? If it wasn't obvious, you have a fondness for satirical and... It's satyr, but satirical antiquity. Oh my gosh. You've gone so far as to decorate your entire dorm with the bust of your favorite political figures. You've got a few more downstairs. This one is a personal favorite, the crown jewel of your collection, a genuine bust of Senator Stephen the Ostentatious. His wild theories of zoning reform really shook up the political landscape of the day. He was a founding member of a ragtag group of civil servants known for their extreme congressional jackassery. But he still carried himself with such decorum. Those who knew him well called him Steve-O, but you'd never be so presumptuous. Swiss slice bust of Senator Stephen the Ostentatious to ribbons? Insulted. What the hell? No, you'd never do that to Steve-O. Besides, it'd be terrible for the edge of your blades, which are not cheap. You only draw your blade when order demands it, or when you're training, or when you have to answer in seminar. My apologies, young man. Give Steve-O a kiss on the cheek. That he will do. You're also not going to do that. You don't do that anymore. Swiss examined blades. Yes, Steve-O. Oh my gosh, Swiss. Oh, I guess that is his tail. It's so round. It's so cute. Anyway. Katana. Oh, that's Dirk's. That's literally Dirk's. This is your blades stairway, where you keep most of your blades. Your vast collection of blades has been described as many things by fellow students and academic advisors. Exorbitant, expensive, arguably against cohort council policy. They are all of this and more. They are your everything. The finest of your collection is, of course, the replica of the fraternal blade. Okay, so Dirk's blade here is, okay, that's a replica, which you keep in a place of high honor close to your bed so that you can look at it while you fall asleep. It is said to be an unbreakable piece of art wielded by an ancient progenitor god, and even getting your hands on a recreation was a real pain in the rump, but it was all worth it. This thing is so cool. Oh, you love blades. They're knocking quite loudly. Okay, go answer the door. They certainly are, practically scraping at the door, in fact. Hungry for your guiding hand, no doubt. You can't deny that it feels good to be needed, and you almost feel guilty for abandoning them. Perhaps you've led them too well, but they won't be able to rely on you forever. What will these frosh do when you graduate? Honeyfall will always be your beloved alma pater, but you can't mill around this academic middle ground forever. You've got more momentous moves on the horizon. Okay, so yeah, so Honeyfall is their school. And it was 2004? And alma pater. So yeah, it does seem that satyrs are all dudes. So, because if it was because typically schools are alma maters. So alma paters, yeah. Swiss examined bookshelf. You hustle downstairs to your personal librarium, which you keep stocked full of classical texts, decrees, and doctrines, many of which outline the core tenets of combat philosophy and, the other two. Satirical society hinges on the twin principles of merit and fraternity, and as such, you've taken upon yourself to ensure your education is as comprehensively stacked as your social life. To be blunt, you are always on that grind. Sound page, peruse librarium. Click a book to start reading. Duh, that's how books work. Or just stay on the page to listen to some chill beats to peruse the librarian too. Holy. Okay. I'm gonna turn down the volume. That was loud. Did it stop? Ow. Is it supposed... Oh! Calm the heck down. It just started up and stopped again. Okay. Okay. So what do we got here? Top book? The Exemplar. What can you even say about the Exemplar, man? He taught your species everything, and his dignity, his princely bearing. You're getting emotional. Just look at something else. Let's look at something else. Oh, those are Dirk's glasses. Wait, do they actually have the ability to talk to Dirk? Interesting. Because the other ones, they're like, we have zero idea what our person looks like who created us. Our Checkered Past. Another pretty rough read. This one details some of Satyrkind's worst moments, crimes usually committed during the periods least influenced by the Exemplar's guidance. These were times of violent unrest, ecological devastation, and loss of biodiversity, and even gnarlier scenes that transpired in the coastal war zones. There's a bit in here about the targeting of nymph-spawning beaches that really tugs at your heartstrings. You're not a nymphicizer or anything, but come on, they were just babies. Luckily, scarcity, energy crises, war with those salt-slurping nymphs, and other such problems have long since been completely addressed by your now perfect and unimpeachably ascendant society. Those who have learned from history never have to worry about repeating it ever again. Praise be to cold fusion and savvily maneuvered truces. Yeah, you gotta keep learning history because history repeats. Okay, what about down here? Second book on the left. Well, this one. How to fake friends and influence sheeple. Really? You're making fun of how to make friends and influence people? Wow. Classic. You picked this up as a full and it really just clicked with you. People can be so unpredictable, so if manipulating them helps to introduce a little order and to the whirling chaos of adolescent political landscape, what's the harm, really? At this point, you've grown well beyond the rather rudimentary lessons this particular book covers, but you'll just always have a soft spot for it, even if it is kind of corny and cynical sometimes. Okay, next book on the left. Grey Rain, How It Almost Ended. Interesting. The Grey Rain was easily the most intense series of conflicts Deltritus ever saw, named for the spraying gouts of quicksilver and onyx blood that washed over the world like sanguine tsunamis, found to be masterminded by an unspeakably evil satyr tyrant king and a scheming nymph enchantress. Land dwellers and sea dwellers alike perished by the millions in a slaughter that almost culminated in the mass extinction event. Civilization was only saved thanks to the heroic intervention of the exemplar, hallowed be his gains, and you guessed maybe some BS some nymph cult did too, although you have your doubts about their contributions. This one's a heavy read, pretty depressing, not just because life on planet was almost wiped out, but because you simply cannot fathom the thought of a satyr ever working together with a nymph. Not just on mass murder, but on literature? Yuck. Perhaps you lack the eccentricity to look beyond reason long enough to tolerate their mystical mumbo-jumbo. You wish you could say that same for a certain Nakama of yours. Nakama. Why is it Nak-ama? What is wrong with it? He's a real polymath, but his ruthless pursuit of knowledge unfortunately includes a fascination with such esoteric frivolities. Whatever keeps him away from hard drugs and mosh pits for a while, you guess? Okay. Yeah, I think we know. So, does Swiss not realize that, like, a couple of his friends in the mod chat are actually nymphs? Awkward! Honey games, how to manage violent hives. You haven't even opened this one? Your bees respect you. Frankly, this was thoughtless and an insensitive gift. So I was correct, those were bees outside his house. Okay. Horn care for geniuses. A reference for the rest of us. It's very important for a monocorn to polish his horn every night. That sounds dirty. Next book on the third shelf on the right. Rise and Fall of the Barley Fraternities. What in the Icarus is going on in that image? The fraternity system, historically, has been composed of 3 tiers. Honey tier fraternities are the highest achieving, highest funded, and highest power communes your society has to offer. Oh, he has bees, and so that's why he has honey. Okay. Oat tier fraternities are 1 tier below, but still quite respectable institutions. Some of history's finest have been Oat tier's dark horses. Grass tier fraternities are, well, you want to keep things diplomatic, so you'll just say that if you were only able to make it into a grass tier fraternity, you'd have to perform seppuku. For a brief period, there was a 4th tier, a reclusive monastic order of socially anxious isolationists. They spent the majority of their existence in unremarkable obscurity, contributing basically nothing, but their final decades were marked by a profound change, a commitment to revelry so infectious that it went on to fundamentally change the nature of satyr society, prompted by the appearance of a man who flew across the sea from the uninhabited cursed land. Australia! Australia exists? Oh no! He catapulted their order to the highest echelons of power and influence, which you always found weird because he was just a savage degenerate. At any rate, that didn't last long because at some point their so-called revolutionary danced them all into the sea. So you guess he wasn't such a freaking cool guy after all. So what is this? Last Unicorn / Pied Piper / I don't know. Anyway, what's this one? The Slama Sutra. I don't want to read that. This ancient text delves into the fascinating intricacies of the slam poet's lifestyle, covering everything from the history of the noble arts introduction to satyr kind, to the rhyme scheme experimentation, to the most poignant ways to kick the crap out of a hater if he trots it to you. It gets pretty explicit sometimes, but that's just the wisdom of the ancients for you. Wow. Last one. Whetstones? Whetstones Weekly. This is a real Warriors publication. You take the maintenance of your arsenal extremely seriously, and there's always more to learn about keeping your edge. Also, you like the funny comics that they put in these sometimes, though you'd never admit to that. Okay, well, we read through all of it. Interesting. Let's go to the news section now. Music be gone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we skipped in September entirely. Homestuck Beyond Canon 2-year anniversary and monthly check-in October 25 by Miles. Kept you waiting, huh? No, what? No, I can't open a news post with that again. That'd be insanity. Insanity? You know what the definition of insanity is? It's... Okay, I'm not repeating it. Happy 2-year Beyond Caniversary. Wow. And you probably guessed it, it's Miles here, back with another news post. Let's dive in. First of all, wow, the Homestuck pilot. I have to say personally, it still blows me away that this even happened, and seeing it actually out and circulating free in the world feels crazier than I've ever imagined it would. How'd you guys like it? If you want to see more, I highly suggest continuing to check it out, sharing it with any friend you feel would be interested, any friends you think wouldn't be interested, family members, colleagues, love interest, rivals, arch rivals, and eccentric billionaires. Seriously though, the further you spread this, the more your support the more you support the pilot with views, purchases of merch, which you conveniently acquire here, the higher likelihood the show has of getting picked up. If I'm to have any hope whatsoever of seeing more Equus animated, I need to put my trust, my hopes, my dreams, my reason for being in your hands. Please don't fail me. I don't know that I can take much more pain. What else? The official Homestuck Discord's pretty crazy, right? It's been like a month and we already have, what, a bajillion members? You can catch me and a few other Homestuck Beyond Canon team members in there sometimes, so drop by and say hi when you get the chance. It's also a great place to get more instant news on live Homestuck events as they occur, so do check in. Maybe you'll see me embarrassing myself on Jackbox, or you'll see me effing crushing it on Jackbox. Even I don't know, because the last time we did, I missed it. How have you guys been enjoying Act 2 so far? A lot, I hope, because we've really been enjoyed making it, and seeing it finally out amongst the fans where it belongs is a dream come true. We've been updating far more frequently, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. We're trying to get a minimum of 2 updates a month, though how we split them up beyond that is kind of a variable, I've noticed. We want to keep a consistent pace going if all possible, while ensuring we have the time and energy to keep the momentum up. And we're still experimenting a lot with the particulars on that, but it's been so fun! We're also playing with more multimedia stuff, more animations are a given, but there's also looking at some other goodies, including, but certainly not limited to, things like a little playable section of today's update. By the way, I actually did the music for this one. I figured a low-impact moment would be the best time to try my rather amateurish hand at it, so be gentle. Also, many thanks to President Normal Monroe for helping me mix it. And how about Swiss, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't he an equestrian delight? Our first peek at a satyr. And me, oh my. There's still so much to learn of these rambunctious racehorses, but I hope you guys dig what you've seen so far. I gotta say, every time we get to drop a new character properly, the whole team gets so stoked. These are kids that have been bouncing around our heads for over 2 years now, longer than the comic's ever been out. So you have to treat them with love and respect. They're your family now. There's a few more tidbits on other newsworthy note that we'll be getting into in the coming week or two. But for now, I want to close us out by saying, once again with feeling, happy Beyond Caniversary. Working on Homestuck Beyond Canon has been such an incredible honor, privilege, learning experience, and perhaps most importantly of all, it's been a lot of fun. Looking back on these past 2 years is sort of blowing me away because in a sense it feels like they went by in a blink of an eye, but really they were jam-packed with creativity and fun. I know I speak for the whole team when I say that getting to oscillate constantly between the buzzing anticipation of making this comic and the triumphant satisfaction of seeing it released legitimately elevates our lives. This is a dream come true, and the fact that I get to live it is something I feel so much gratitude for. Gratitude to Andrew, who started this beautiful journey for all of us. Gratitude to my incredible team, whose work speaks more eloquently for itself than any praise I could possibly muster. And gratitude to you all, our readers and fans and patrons, for supporting us, cheering us on, and most importantly of all, for just experiencing Homestuck Beyond Canon with us. You make this worth doing, so from the entire Homestuck Beyond Canon team, thank you, sincerely, for sticking around. Okay. But man, we finally get to see satyrs. I'm glad that we finally got to see satyrs. Let's freaking go. So now we know what he looks like. I don't think the colors mean anything of like, I mean, text colors, they meant something in the Homestuck universe. Like for the trolls and everything, they don't seem to mean much of anything on Deltritus. We'll see if that's still the case. It could be just like the kids, like on Earth, where they just had like things based on eye color. So who knows at this point? Like I can't even remember what color Lilac's words were when she was talking to Vrissy. So that's the thing here. Gosh, I just hope that the updates are not as like frequent. I was trying to find the method of the madness last month and I wasn't able to find it, and so I felt kind of stressed the entire time when editing things and like recording things, and then trying to figure out like when are they going to post the next one. Oh gosh. Because at least the previous time we had a better sense of things, because it was like, yeah, there's going to be 2 kind of longish updates. And now this time they're like, oh, we're still doing the 2 updates, but we're splitting them up like crazy. And I'm like, what? Then that's technically not 2 updates. Crazy. But yeah, let's see. This video's already going to be long enough without me going into Vtuber Brainrot. I can give like a little dash of it, but then I definitely have to dash to my editing software like as soon as possible. So let's see. The main thing that's on my mind right now was the Holostars concert that came out. Okay. I'm just saying, a lot of people have watched it. I want more people to watch it. I myself have at least clicked on that video 3 times. Just because I'm like, I love the boys, and the boys need more love shown to them. I like how it seemed like the entire VTubing community just kind of gathered around them, and they're like, we need to support the Holostars boys. And I'm like, good, please do. Holostars English has nothing. They give them nothing. That's why Altair's probably gonna graduate in like another 3 months. That's just a guess, as he seemed rather down and we haven't seen him stream in a while. And that's not I don't think that's just from burnout. No, I don't think it's just from burnout. Shinri was also going through the same thing. But he's also like really freaking busy moving to Japan. So he's like literally saying like, no. He's like, I'm still committed to this. I'm moving to Japan for this job. And we're like, gotcha. But he was like having burnout to the point where he literally sought psychiatric help. And he's been on hiatus for like 3 months. So wishing him the best of luck. Goodness gracious. What else? But yeah, no, the concert, really freaking good. Goodness, the studio that they record in, all the special effects they had in that studio are goodness gracious. But yeah, no, let me see some like real standout hits that are still sitting with me afterward. Well, of course I gotta like, I have to support my guy, my Oshi, Crimson Ruse. Like, dude, I saw as soon as that song title popped up and I'm like, wait, it's a solo? Ruse has a solo. Okay. And yes. That's all I'll say is yes. Though it did seem it was like more of a duet because everyone who like, it was like a, who's doing the backing vocals for this? Oh, it's Octavio. And I'm like, oh yeah. So the Octavio backing vocals were about as nearly as loud as Ruse's own singing voice. So we're like, okay. But it was still really good. I especially liked the clip that I saw of like the, the Minecraft, like V-crafted, enchanted, whatever it was. Like a whole bunch of them just sat around like in the middle of town square and they were watching the live stream, like watching the concert. That was so cute. And they were like, the mayor, he's singing. He's really cracked. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Another shout out, of course, goes to Bettle because no one seems to remember the clown can sing, but I remember that the clown can sing. He has a very specific genre and he will stick with it until the day he dies or graduates, whichever comes first. Let's see. But I believe that the award for most surprising contributor will go to Shinri. Shinri, my boy. I say boy, but he's like 3 years older than me. I need to shut up. But goodness gracious. That's my 35-year-old Oshi. Holy crud. Shinri, he's very humble about like singing. He's like, it's not one of my talents per se, but he has like a unique voice. So that really does up the talents. Like it really does up the singing ability just to have a really deep voice like that. But dude can dance. Dude can groove. I'm like, oh, this man has watched with sincerity a whole bunch of idol shows. He no doubt has a favorite Muse and our core girl. He definitely has watched at least some gameplay of Cinderella's like girls as well. Is that what it is? I have not watched a lot of idol anime. But yeah, no, he was made for the stage, dude. Oh my gosh. And of course, the 4 best singers in Holostars English, Axel, Altair, Octavio, and Haka. They break out the Honeyworks song, and I'm like, holy crud. The harmonies on that were ridiculous. Okay, that's enough rambling from me. We gotta get this edited, and I gotta get this like to fit into like a decent one. Maybe we'll get this out tomorrow, who knows? Let's find out together. But thank you guys so much for listening in on this, reading along with me, and I will see you guys all next time in Homestuck Beyond Canon. Bye!
Hey there. Consider becoming a patron, just like the phenomenal Alexander, Madeline, Ashley, and Mr. Anonymous.